Oh, what a genius I am. Good morning and welcome to the WickerShire project off-grid. John had stopped by this morning. I want to give him a big shout out and thank you for putting an edge on my axe. I was having problems splitting wood, but he did a fantastic job. Thank you, Mr. John. We go back in the house and everybody's gonna need water out here, and I gotta go feed the rats inside. Now my daughter keeps rats as pets. It being winter time with the southern low exposure coming down, you can see some of those tree shadowings going across that solar. Instead of pulling in a beefy 3,000 or 4,000 watts of power, we see a measly, I don't know, 1,500, 1,800 across the day. It's enough for us to get by. What does that mean for us? Can't use the air fryer, but you can't stop me from touching my coffee. Well, our gardening area is done. What did we learn from this? During the summer, this plastic chicken wire is not great. Chickens hop right over it. So do the kids. They mow it over. Not ideal, not very strong. So we have an idea of what we might do. 5-gallon pail bucket farming. Anybody can do this kind of method. I'm going to get the PVC out from underneath the house. We're going to pound some rebar into the ground. We're going to put those PVC loops over, put one across the middle, greenhouse grade, a polyfilm that stretches up and over, and none of that cheap painter stuff that you put on the floor for painting houses. It's not going to work. That way we can concentrate our efforts with the chicken and goat and rabbit manure that we have here on the property to keep those in the buckets in a small space. It's a lot easier to manage that. Throw in the peat moss, the leaf mold that we've collected and made. If you guys grow food and order online, you've probably gotten seeds from MI Gardener and other places like Baker's Creek. But more on MI Gardener, what I'm interested in, he's got this stuff called Trifecta. 70 trace elements and the mycelium. Since we're going to be building our buckets and they'll be fresh, and that's not old conditioned soil, it'll be new soil. I think it's like 3 pounds for 12 bucks. You can't beat that. It's ready to use and direct mix right into the soil. We have a slower egg production this time of year. Instead of getting a couple of eggs every day, it's reduced to every other day. Our Americana is now dropping off some olive or blue. I don't know what they're considered. These are my first time having Americanas, but she's over 9 months old and we have 3 baby chickens that made it. They should be dropping eggs pretty soon. We added this extension to the coop, put a run in here, had the goat pen wrapped around it. The goat had sit on top of that. Now there's a sag. The water's back flashing in, so I got to fix that soon. I'm going to drop a tarp over there. It is winter. We want to keep the wind out. And the tarp we have should fit over this whole entire thing. So here in comparison is a piece of moss. And I'm going to have to go with that egg is more blue than green. That's our cinnamon. That's our Americana, and that is our goose egg. Did read up on these celestial figs. Fairly hardy, and they produce like crazy. This had 2 small fruits last year. They're supposed to be super sweet. I think come spring and summer, once it starts producing again, we should have a better harvest off of it. As far as I know, it's okay to be outside, sitting in its pot, so we're going to have to wait on that. I'm going to go out there and pull that tarp and get that chicken coop covered. To have it done by just one person, I got the whole run and coop covered. So it should keep the wind out and it should keep them sealed in for the winter. It's a black tarp, which means it's going to heat up the whole inside and should be a little bit better for them. Going to have to be able to open up the back of the coop to get the eggs out. So I'm going to have to take these logs off and just double them up on the other sides. So I just wanted to show you the damage. I mean, it was open. This is open about a foot. I put some boards across there. We got the tarp up on there. And this will prevent all the water from coming in where the goose sleeps. To secure them, we can close this door to close off the entire coop. Appreciate you guys for joining the WickerShire project off-grid. All things tiny home, animal husbandry, growing food, just trying to survive out here as if the apocalypse already happened. So we'll catch you on the next one.